Oh, hello there. It is I, Bragi, the son of Magnar, and indeed I am a Viking, as you can tell from the clothes I wear. Now, today I'm here to tell you an old folk tale from the land of Sweden, home of those Swedish Vikings. Ha, a good bunch of lads, and let's not forget the ladies. Now, this story revolves around a creature called the Tomte, a mischievous creature. A mischievous creature that'll often make your horse go lame, and hide your tools, and blunt your sacks, and, well, do mischievous things indeed. Now one day there was this old fellow, an old man, and he lived on a farm. You know, he had a few beasts, he had many animals, and a few of the animals he had were some wonderful horses. And one of his horses was an old piebald horse. Was a most wonderful horse. In fact, all the neighbours would often come to his little farmstead and they would say, "Oh, what a wonderful horse you have there, and we would very much like to buy it from you." And, well, the old fellow, the old farmer, was very reluctant to do that. And so, you know, he refused to sell the horse. And on the farm there lived a Tomte. And after some time another fellow came along and gave him a bag of silver. He said, "Will you sell me that nice piebald horse, a pale horse?" And he agreed. And, you know, the horse went to another farmstead a few leagues away, up in the valley. And he wanted to go and replace the horse. They went and bought another one. But this horse, well, you know, he wasn't the most good-looking horse. And some strange things started to happen. For it started to get a bit of a lame leg. And it grew thinner and thin and thinner. And it looked quite tatty and very, very scruffy, this horse. And he thought to himself, well, there's something very strange going on here. Why is this horse not getting better? And no matter what he did, he even went and saw an old soothsayer and a wise woman. You know, they both said, well, you got to do this and you have to do that and you got to feed it better. And he did this. He started to feed the horse himself. And, you know, but yet the horse grew thinner and thinner until it looked very weathered and very worn. And, you know, he thought, well, something's not quite right here. Something is going on which is supernatural. So one day he got up and he decided to make a plan. After all, we all love a good plan. And he decided to go and hide in the stables at night to see what was happening to this mare, to this old horse he brought in. And what do you think happened? Well, to his surprise, when he was hid at the back of his stable, a little mischievous creature, a little tall creature that big, came out and was whipping the horse, and scaring the horse, and making the horse be very nervous and gain a lame leg. You know, and he decided, well, you know, I've got to do something about this. I can't be having a Tomte upsetting my horse. And the Tomte kept on saying to the horse, "Turn back into the piebald, turn back into the piebald," as he was whipping the horse's ears. You know, what a terrible thing to do. And so eventually, you know, he decided to go and flog this horse and go back to the farmer he sold the first horse to. And this is what he did. He went back to the farm, some leagues away in the hills, in the valley, higher up, and he brought back the old piebald horse. And never again was the Tomte seen, and never again did any of the horses have any problems. The end of the tale. Now, I don't know about you, if I had some horses, and something was going on with the horse, I would not think it was a little Tomte doing that. And of course in England, home of the Angles and the Saxons, we don't have Tomtes. They are purely a Swedish thing. Also a bit like the Nissi as well. Another strange creature, but not the same. Very spooky and very supernatural, as I often say. So I hope you do like this tale. Why were horses so important back in the day? Well, if you had a few leagues to travel and you did not want to walk, you would use a horse. A horse would pull your cart if you wanted to go and fetch goods from the market. If you was a farmer and you wanted to plough your field, you would often use a horse to plough your field. by putting an old plough behind it. And of course, you know, in the later 9th and 10th centuries, Vikings in England were often known for riding horses. You know, Vikings did not just walk everywhere, they also rid horses. And horses in those days were much smaller than today. When you go to the races at Ascot or wherever you may go to the races or watch horse races on TV, you'll see that horses are very, very big. And especially if you see a Shire horse. But these horses over centuries have been bred to be bigger and stronger. So horses in the times of the Vikings and in the times of the Angles and the Saxons were much smaller. Even smaller in the days of the Romans, which, as we often say on this channel, is another story. So as I pull out my sword to finish this tale, I will point to the corner and wish you to subscribe to the channel. For we are a storytelling channel. We love a good story, and we love a good Scandinavian story, a good Nordic story, stories of the Vikings. Now, I'm going to say goodbye as I walk this way. Goodbye, folks.